Okay, 24 ounce raspberry rainbow charger.
Married for 21 years and running their string of coffee stands in Snohomish County, Rob and Carrie Westfang have it figured out.
With cream?
Yep, no whip.
They go together like cream and sugar.
And we're together so much that when we are apart, we actually miss each other. Like, it's really like, what? Where's my other half at?
But there was a hole in these two halves when the couple first met in their 20s. Rob needed a kidney and was fortunate enough to find a donor right under his own roof, his mom.
Saved my life.
But as the years passed, that kidney started to fail. Rob, now a dad, needed another transplant. He got on the wait list, which lasted 4 years.
All right, thank you.
Finally,
Thank you,
his health failing, Rob found a match.
How's it going?
Once again, it was right under his roof.
I never would have thought 23 years later that I would be giving him his next kidney and that I would be a match.
Carrie proved an unlikely match. Not only does she have a different blood type, but antibodies from Rob's previous transplant made a successful transplant even less likely. But just 6 weeks ago, it happened.
The transplant coordinator at the UW said it's pretty much a miracle.
It's tough enough finding someone you're compatible with emotionally and romantically, but physiologically?
I probably don't appreciate her enough and show her enough that I appreciate what she did for me. You know, I love her so much, and I'm very thankful.
Grateful to have not one, but two women in his life who gave him their heart, and so much more.
Yeah, I'm just blessed to have those two ladies in my life.
In Marysville, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.